Let's let the sound of this next bell take us to the deepest place within us. It's God calling. All right, namaste, beloveds. Hello, hello. It is my joy to introduce our musician for the day. Please welcome our cherished booking agent and artist liaison, Travis Hogue. And it's a great day. He's stepping into the guest musician spotlight today. Now, a little bit about Travis is that he started playing music strumming on an ukulele, and ever since he's been sharing God-inspired, uplifting songs that touch every heart. He has a few CDs that are meditation CDs and a few decades of lifting spirits in New Thought communities. And I believe he's pure joy in musical form. And so if you're here for the first time, he's my husband, by the way. If you're here for the first time, you picked the perfect Sunday. Let's give Travis a warm welcome.
Yay! All right. Thank you so much. Would you please stand for our first couple of songs? We do have the lyrics up on the projector screen. Thank you so much, Gina, Angel. All right. Let me see if I get some. Can you hear the guitar? All right. So this is one of my favorites. So even if you think you cannot sing, you can hum with it, but let's hear your voice. Let's sing all together. This is one of my favorites. Okay, and it goes like this. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening, yeah. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. Yeah. Okay, this next time. Now you got it. This next time a little bit louder. Let me hear you. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. Yeah. Surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I'm opening. I am opening. Yeah. I am opening. I am opening. This is a special Sunday. It's so auspicious that you all are here. I get to be the musical inspiration for you and my wife, Reverend Elizabeth. And so we picked out the perfect songs. And I'm in a love mood, right? So all these songs are love. So this next song is probably one of my favorite songs ever. And it's a rewrite of This Little Light of Mine, but this is This Bright Light of Mine. Yeah. And so this is self-love. Sing this to yourself and sing it out loud. Okay, here we go. Singers, here's our key. Same thing. If you don't think you can sing, sing along, all right? 2, 3, 4. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Deep down in my heart, deep down in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Deep down in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Deep down in my heart, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, come on, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Woo! All right. Yeah. We're having a revival in here. All right, friends, please turn to one another and offer the namaste greeting. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste to our tech team. Blessings. Namaste to our love streamers. So grateful you're tuning in. Namaste, love. Whoa, the energy in here is palpable. Woo! Can you feel that energy? Wow, good job. Got them all worked up, honey. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. And as you take your seats, please take a moment to silence your cell phones if you haven't already done so. I'm Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, and I'm the spiritual leader here. I use she, her gender pronouns, and the land upon which we gather is the unceded territory of the Chumash and Salinan people. It is my joy to welcome you to the Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. We have been waiting for you. We exist to raise the vibe, and we envision a joyful, happy world. Friends, we have an affirmation for today, and I invite you to please repeat after me. It's a fun one. Yesterday is history. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Tomorrow is a mystery. And today is a gift. And today is a gift. And so it is. And now our pulpit support for today is Reverend Susan, and she's going to come on up. Oh, wow, this is way over here, I just noticed. All right, as she makes her way up here, I'm going to call your attention to the salmon-colored prayer request form that was in your program when you picked it up as you came in. Yeah, this is a little bit far over. I'll do it. It's okay. Okay. Sorry, Matthew. Your prayer is my prayer too. How about that? All right, my friends. So the salmon-colored form is a prayer request form, and the invitation for you is whether there's something that is heavy on your heart for which you would like prayer for, or maybe you're looking to manifest something in your life like a new car, the best vacation ever, whatever it is. The invitation, a new guitar, right? That's always his prayer. And thank you for throwing me off. All right, we invite you to fill out this form and place it in the offering basket at the end of the service. When it comes around, there's no prayer too big or too small. We are a community who believes in the power of prayer, and we know that prayer works. And so you can also place it in the prayer box to my left over here at the prayer table. If you have multiple prayer requests, you can pick up another form over on the prayer table and fill that out as well. And yes, so we love to pray, and we have a team of 7 of us who will pray over your prayers for the week. And then if you are driving home and suddenly realize, oh, that's what I could have submitted a prayer request for, no problem. You can email us at info@awakeningways.org with the subject line prayer request. And I want to remind everyone, if you're facing something in your life that may be a little bit, you're a little scared about, maybe some kind of appointment or whatever, send us a prayer request, because this team, we love to hold that space for you and hold that high watch, knowing the perfect outcome is yours. And so don't miss this. This is our free service to you. After the service, Reverend Susan will be available in the prayer nook out in the foyer for 1-minute miracles. And we have Reverend Delon, who is holding the high watch for us up here in the front row. And he's holding space, and he's in a meditative state. Obviously, this is going to be a powerful service. It already is. Anchored by 2 ministers. Amazing. And Travis. All right, so let's see. If you would like to take a deeper dive, you can set up an appointment with one of our practitioners or ministers for a spiritual coaching session. And there is a fee, but we offer a sliding scale. That's different than if you just have a question. Send me a message or call me, right? Text me, email me, call me. Happy to answer any questions that you have related to spirituality. All right. It's all yours.
Good morning. Good morning. So I have a reading here from our book of the year, which is 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And this is part of the reading from today's date. So if you feel comfortable just closing your eyes and relaxing in your chair, the title of today's reading is Today I Enter into My Kingdom of Joy, into my inheritance of happiness. There is nothing in the thought of God that should produce sadness or depression. Rather, it should be quite the reverse, because faith, conviction, and love should give us such confidence and such a sense of security and faith in the good that our lives should run over with joy, and we should indeed be able to sing, "Joy to the world, the Lord has come." Realizing that the Lord who has come is not far off, but an inward, intimate presence, closer to me than my very breath. I affirm that there is nothing in me that can doubt the presence or limit the power of good. There is nothing in me that can separate myself from the love of God, the joy of living, and the law of good. And so I know that that one power and presence, that one creator of all that there is all that there is. And every single thing, every person, everything is a creation of that one. And every single thing includes all the aspects of that one. And so I know that as I was birthed into existence by the divine, I am made of God's stuff, all the good. And just as this is true for me, this is true for every person. We are divine expressions of God. We are the vehicle for God to live and experience life in our particular way. And I just give thanks for this truth about all of us. And I know that we are here by divine appointment. I know that every aspect of this service today is for each one of us. It is God's creation for us. And so I know that Travis's music lifts and inspires us, fills us with joy and love. I know that Reverend Elizabeth's message is divinely guided, and that every word rings to us true. It strikes a chord in us. It awakens something that craves to be awakened. And I know that as we gaze into one another's eyes throughout this day, we see God reflecting back to us. And for that, I am so grateful. And I know that when I speak my word of truth into that beautiful creative action of the law, it is done. God says yes. And so this is a beautiful day, and God says so. And I release this prayer with great love, and together we say, and so it is.
Yeah, that would be great. Can we please all stand? So this is, it's time. It's time. So this song was brought into existence 1 year ago today, or this month. And so all of these songs today are love songs, right? And this song is called Activate. And we're going to activate our love together. Now, there's a part for you. If you would be so bold as to lend me your voice, the chorus goes like this: activate, activate, activate our love. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now the lyrics are going to be up on the screen. So if you want to get a little crazy and you want to sing along with me, go ahead. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And then there's a part at the end where we say Wonder Twin powers activate, and that's right after the secret chord. Right there. You'll know it, you'll know it. Okay. Okay, here we go. All together now. Activate, activate, activate our love. Activate, activate, activate our love. Activate our love, oh yeah. Activate our joy, we're blessed. Activate our peace divine. Activate all the time. Everybody now, activate, activate, activate our love. Activate, activate, activate our love. You can do that part with me if you want. Here we go. Heavy tunes to spirit song guides us where hearts belong. Love and peace, she sets them free. Activate the light in me. Everybody now, activate, activate, activate our love. Activate, activate, activate our love. There you go. Wonder Twin Powers, activate!
Woo! All right. Oh, that was awesome.
Love it!
Wow. Just like we're riding the lit train. Woo! Whoa! Getting crazy up here. Wow. Everyone's growling. That's going to stick with you all week. How awesome. Thank you so much, Travis. Woo! I'm activated in the best way. That puts a whole new meaning on activate, right? Activate our love. Oh, yeah. What's up, family? Hey, good to see you. All right, so Ernest Holmes observed that yesterday is not, tomorrow is not, but today, bright with hope and filled with promise, is mine. Today I live. Now, I like this other quote also, which was our affirmation. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. And somebody gave me a gift. That's why we call it the present. Yes. All right, so the topic today is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And that's just a play on what today is really about, you know. I love that idea. First of all, how many of you have seen these movies? Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Great movies, there's magic involved, etc. But this is the magic of Now You See Me, Now You Don't on a spiritual level is that this present moment is constantly appearing and disappearing. Now you see me, now you don't. Already, what's happened this morning is in the past, isn't it? Yeah, it's already in the past. And so it's a constant appearing and disappearing. And that's what Spirit does, you know? And that's how we're co-creating our lives. Create and dissolve, create and dissolve, create and dissolve. Now, the trick for us human beings, us spiritual beings having a human experience, is to do our best to not try to grasp it and hang on to it. Although I want to hang on to that energy. It's in me, though, it's in me. But we want to not attempt to grasp it. And now, if we grasp things, I'm talking about mentally grasping, right? If we grasp experiences, or whether they're positive or negative, then we end up staying stuck in the past. And if we're starting to grasp our future, then we get into the future. We're going to talk a little more about that. But every experience arrives fresh from the unknown, and it shines for an instant, right? And then it slips away. And so what a gift it is for all of you who are here this morning. By divine appointment, you woke up, Spirit said, yeah, today's the day you're going to go. And here you are. And there are never accidents, right? We like to call them synchronicities, but I call them divine spiritual breadcrumbs, the things that I follow, which I know are Spirit guiding me into my next greater yet to be. And I invite you to consider that too. Now, we don't need to freeze experiences or hold on to them. And the best scenario or analogy that I can think of is, you know, when you're on vacation and you want to take pictures, you're trying to capture it, right? So you can have that memory. And we do that in our lives on a mental level. So the sacredness of life is actually found in the rhythm of the appearing and the disappearing, becoming and releasing, you know? And so if you think about it, you can't catch, there's some things you can't catch. You can't catch water in an envelope, right? You can't catch wind in a box, or thunder in a can, or time in a bottle. Try as you might. We try grasping at our future or our past, and that creates suffering. Again, I want to invite you to consider the mental suffering that I'm talking about. That's what it's mental grasping. And so in his book, infinite jest, David Foster Wallace wrote, "Everything I've let go of has claw marks on it." Anyone relate to that? Can anyone relate? I'm going to say it again. He said, "Everything I've ever let go of has claw marks on it." Right? Like, just we don't want it to go, you know? Even if it's a negative thing, sometimes we hold on to it like it's our little baby. It's our story, and we want to keep this story because who would we be without it? Well, my friends, you would be the glorious, mighty, magnificent, spiritual, radiant, amazing being of light and love that you already are. You're not becoming someone else. You're being all that you came here to be. Are you with me? Yeah. All right, so sometimes we cling, we grasp, and we hold on to that which a previous version of ourselves wanted. Right? A previous version of ourselves wanted to experience a certain thing, and it doesn't really fit the current version of ourselves. Well, the way that you're all looking at me, I see that you're getting this. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, the looks. Sometimes we cling and grasp and attempt to hold on to something that a previous version of ourselves wanted but doesn't fit the current version of ourselves, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a realization. But we tend to find ourselves experiencing an inner conflict because we think we must follow through with this thing. I said I was going to do it, and I am a person of integrity, right? Or we have to do it, right? Because at some point we wanted it. At some point we have a vision for our lives. And so holding on to that is creating suffering for ourselves. Now, one thing that I've learned along the way is the truth is that you don't actually have to do anything, but you get to do everything. You get to. I get to. We get to do what we're doing. Having to do something is constricting, while getting to do something is expanding. See, there's a lot of these little small and subtle differences in the way that we talk to ourselves, the way we speak to ourselves. But if getting to do the thing you've been telling yourself you have to do doesn't create a feeling of expansiveness, then that's something to look at, right? If you're telling yourself, I have to do this, and then you change it to, I get to do this, and you're still just like, ugh. You know what I mean? It's not the thing. Like maybe it's not the thing. Maybe it was the thing 5 years ago or 10 years ago or even last week. I mean, I've had things like that where I was like, wow, I really wanted to do this, and now it's sitting in a box in my garage, and I've been carrying it around for 14 years. It's time to let it go, right? It's time to let it go. If I really want to do it, there's going to be something better out there that I can do. Right? Okay, thank you. Wow. But we do this not with just things, right? Not with just stuff, but the things that we hold true to ourselves, the things that we hold near and dear to our hearts, right? And so you may have heard this before, but today's answered prayer is tomorrow's prayer request, okay? And that's true for all the prayer requests in the past, right? You had a prayer request, right? And the reason is because we're constantly growing, evolving, and transforming. So who I am today is not who I was last year or even yesterday. Especially for those of us who are immersed in this teaching, going to classes, showing up at connection circles, coming on Sundays, book studies, connecting, gourmets for God. We're immersed in the teaching. Who we are is changing rapidly because we're realizing the truth of who we actually are. We're becoming all that we came here to be, or more that we came here to be, It's beautiful. It's a great unfolding. So the answer to my prayer back then is now something I'm praying to transform today. Right? You'll start to notice that now. Now, what happens when we stop grasping? So most of our suffering, as I mentioned previously, most of our suffering comes from trying to clutch life, clinging to the good moments and resisting the ones we don't like. Yay, no, yay, no, yay. Thank you for laughing. That means you get it. Right? Or worrying about what's next. Yay, no, right? So we go past, future, and we miss the moment. The past, a moment, future, moment, past. And the invitation is to relax our grip on either the past or the future, and even this moment, and just recognize that in this moment, you're experiencing life to the fullest. In this moment is an opportunity. In this moment is something for you. Like if you were told there's $1 million for you, you just have to pay attention. You would be like, hi, how are you? Hi, how's it going? Hey, how you doing? I like your hat. You would be attentive, right? So think about it that way. Have it be a game. Like this is your life, you know? We get to experience life in this particular body form for a limited amount of time. And then we move on to the next realm. No one's ever come back to tell us what it's like. We have our beliefs. Everyone is different. So what are we going to do with this divine, beautiful, precious moment? You know? And it's a practice, yeah? So if we can relax our grip and let each moment come and go, something beautiful opens. There's a deep sense of freedom, lightness, and ease. I'll take all three of those, please. Freedom, lightness, and ease. I think Frank has this down. Whenever I see Frank, he is joyful. He is the epitome of freedom, lightness, and ease. Thank you for being a model, Frank. You're living in the now. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And so we move from a fear of losing life to truly living our lives. And we stand in that beautiful freedom, lightness, and ease. And sometimes we can be on the cusp of something. You know, we've been working on this. We've been journaling about a thing. We've been, working on our manifestation. We've been, doing the new moon intention setting and spiritual mind treatment. We've been working with our practitioner or minister, right? We're on the cusp of something mighty and magnificent, and we know it's there. We know it's about to happen. Can anyone relate to that? Yeah, thank you. Wow, that was all the way up. Yeah, I see you. 2 of you. All right. So I'm teasing you. So we can be on the cusp of something mighty and magnificent, and we know it's coming into form, and we can see it with our inner eye, with our spiritual eye. We see it. We know it's happening. And the call for us is to enjoy that cusp, right? Because the tendency we have as human beings is to go, but I want it now. Microwave thinking, right? I want it in less than 1 minute. Press the button. Where's my manifestation? I ordered my Amazon product. It's been 2 days. I expect it here, right? Sometimes there's a little bit of waiting, but really the waiting, I've learned, is Spirit preparing me, What seems like waiting is being prepared for the thing, because, we pray and we want to manifest certain things, and maybe internally we're not 100% ready. And so it's that preparation period, yeah? It's like that time of being in the womb and growth and allowing ourselves to grow. And so enjoy the cusp, right? Enjoy that cusp. Enjoy that sense of knowing with your inner eye that this thing is happening and knowing that, but enjoy the sense of knowing right? You feel it. Thank you. Enjoy that. Rather than waiting for the thing to arrive to be happy, be in that joy of the cusp. It is beautiful. It is magnificent and amazing. Now, Ernest Holmes put it this way: you can be on the cusp of something. Appreciate the cusp, not the something. Because when you do so, you are appreciating this moment now. Yes. Not the possible tomorrow or someday far off in the distant future, but what is happening right here, right now. I can see in the mirror that behind me something magnificent is happening. What a beautiful gift that we get to be here on a Sunday morning and see this and hear a message that you might be inspired by. I don't want to float my own boat here, but it's all God, right? God is doing something, and it's doing something miraculous. Look at that. Sometimes there's eagles flying by and all kinds of goodness. Wow. We got to pay attention, though. If we stay in the past or get too far in the future, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss it, and we don't want to miss it because this is it, you know? This is it. It's glorious, it is mighty, and it is magnificent. And now I want to also share that sometimes we need to actually sunset things in our lives. Sometimes we need to, sunset. Isn't that a beautiful term? Sunset a project, sunset an initiative, sunset a dream in order to make room for what is actually happening in your life, in my life, and what Spirit is guiding us to do in the great unfoldment of our lives. Now think about that for a moment. Sunset. Sunsets are beautiful, aren't they? Yeah. Sunsets are stunningly gorgeous, if you ask me. Especially when there's like orange and blue and it's just like vibrant, right? Remember that. When things are sunsetting, it's okay. Sunsetting, sometimes we need to sunset a dream. Sometimes we need to sunset an idea, sunset a project, sunset a plan, so that we can allow the new thing to come forth beautifully. And it's okay. It's okay to outgrow aspirations. It's okay to lay down the old so that you can pick up the new, to engage in what's right in front of you. Sometimes we can't even see the goodness that's right in front of us because we are so focused on a story, a project, a dream, or a past that's not happening right now. It's okay to outgrow any of that, all of that, right? Now, I love this story about the shaman and his apprentice. A friend of mine was in Africa, and he was about to meet a shaman. And he was with one of his apprentices. And the apprentice was working on something, and there was a woman in working with the shaman, and so my friend asked, hey, what's that shaman doing in there, right? What's going on? And they explained to him that, well, the shaman is actually helping her get her husband. And my friend said, oh, that's interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more about that. What exactly is he doing? Well, right now, she is still married to her past husbands. And he's taking that from her so she can see who she's supposed to be with. And that individual that she's supposed to be with is in her life right now. She just can't see him. She can't see him because she's in the past, right? She doesn't notice him because, getting God bumps, because she is still living from her past and therefore still psychically married to her past relationship. And that includes all the debris, all the nonsense, and all the unforgiveness associated with that past relationships, right? Multiple. So she's seeing life through the perception of her past, and she can't see the things she deeply wants, Whereas the man her soulmate is right there in her environment. She just can't see the guy. She just can't see him. So the shaman was in the process of helping her free herself from that. Now, he promised her that in a few months, she would meet her husband, and what the shaman knew was that she already knew him. He already knew that. And so the point of that is that in that same sense, friends, the good that we're seeking is within us. And we've got to really wake up and be in the present moment so that we can experience the gift of what's in front of us right now. If we're in the past, if we're in the past story, or in the future thinking about the other things, then we're missing it. We're missing it. And we don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this one beautiful life. Trust me. So your answered prayer may actually be right in front of you, but you just can't see it. And we do this, right? Maybe you're not letting yourself see it because you've got a story that you're not worthy. So you're not going to let yourself see it, and you're going to hang on to the past, right? Your answered prayer may be right in front of you, but you can't see it because you're looking at the present with the lens of the past. Isn't that interesting to consider? Yeah. Our minds are so powerful. Our minds are so powerful. We are powerful beings, and we are even more powerful when we're living 100% in this moment now. Not any other moments, just now. And that's funny too, though, because as soon as I say now, it's already in the past. Now it's the past. Now. Yeah, I did that at home too. It's in the past already, right? Wow. So, we are precious, complex beings, my friends. We are. And we are beautiful, and we are deep, each and every one of us. So the invitation is to please be gentle with yourself as you begin to realize what's actually being said. As that begins to land in your body and integrate, right? Be gentle. And the adjustment that we do in spiritual mind treatment allows us to rest in the awareness that this power, this presence, this love is everywhere. It's everywhere. It is not the best of our past that's coming into our future. That's not what I want, the best of my past. What we're seeking to create is a transformation, a revelation of the presence of Spirit that is unprecedented. Unprecedented for yourself and your life. We may only have, we have a limited capacity, and we tend to want to create things based on what we already know. But what if it was unprecedented? Like you couldn't have planned it or imagined it in your wildest dreams. How about that? That's transformation. That's when Spirit's like, surprise! And you go, wow, that's cool. That is cool. So the question for you all is, what psychic cords do you need to cut so you can see the radiant magnificence of the stunning and beautiful, marvelous moment that is now? What are psychic cords that you need to cut? And stuff tends to have very strong psychic. I was thinking about, one of George Carlin's most iconic stand-up comedy routines is about our stuff and how we cling to it. And he actually said the whole meaning of life is about us trying to find a place for our stuff. And so I invite you to go listen to that because it's hilarious. He says we have stuffitis. He is so funny. And it's funny because it's called truth in comedy. Truth in comedy. It's like, and he says, you're flying in an airplane and you're flying over houses, and it's like, oh, look, there's a house full of stuff. Stuff. It's an interesting perspective. And so what are the cords that we need, the psychic cords that we need to cut? And it's real easy to just cut them. It's real easy. we make up this big story in our heads. This whole story about the past, right? And what this represents, and it's the past. Can you relate to this? Right? And then, so you're carrying it around with you forever and ever. For all of eternity. 14 years. So we're going through our stuff right now. This is why it's really, really close to home. And I have stuff that I'm like, wow, I've been carrying this around. I am not going to carry it around anymore. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm having a great time. And then the funny thing is, like, I get real into it, and I'm so into it that then Travis is like, well, maybe you should keep that. Or my brother, well, maybe just keep that out of respect. I'm like, I don't see you keeping any of this stuff. Why do I have to keep it? Right? Isn't that funny? I'll take a picture of it and be done. I carry it in my phone forever. Or in the cloud, right? Oh my goodness. The wonder and aliveness of full presence, my friends. When we stop chasing or resisting and simply show up for what's here now, life becomes incredibly vivid. We start to see things we didn't see before. We hear things we couldn't hear before. We experience what we didn't experience before. Ordinary moments reveal the quiet miracle of life. There's joy and wonder and connection, waiting in the simplest things, just waiting for us, right? And the more we say yes to this fleeting now, the more alive we actually feel, which is a beautiful thing. And so stop future tripping, which is also known as anticipatory anxiety. Future tripping is a mental habit where your brain leaps ahead to imagine worst case scenarios, right? What if this happens, or what if that happens, or oh gosh, events that haven't even happened yet, right? And then there's another term, pastizing, and so that's ruminating or regretting or obsessively dwelling on mistakes and guilt, or simply living in the past, living in those past dreams and hopes that are no longer valid for your current reality, right? So what we want to do is we want to start pasteurizing, right? We're going to pasteurize it. That's a good antidote. Pasteurization is a food safety process, right? It applies controlled heat to destroy harmful pathogens in food and beverages. If you don't know this about me, you're going to learn it now. My family were in the dairy business. So I was born and raised with cows, right? And it was wonderful, but my dad was full on dairy business and his side of the family, dairy, right? And so he knew all about pasteurizing. And I love that. But it's a metaphorical mental cleanse that can help us process our thoughts safely. Okay? Number one, we're going to kill the bacteria with that's negative thoughts. That's the bacteria. We want to kill the bacteria. So we're going to identify the toxic, worst case scenario, what ifs that are feeding our anxiety. Number two, we're going to apply gentle heat, which is mindfulness. And that is, don't let thoughts boil over into panic. Instead, safely warm up to the present moment by practicing grounding exercise like taking a deep breath, scanning your body, asking yourself, what is actively in my control right now? Right? And number three, cool it down. Right? You killed the bacteria, applied gentle heat, now cool it down. You've examined the fear objectively, and you can now cool the thought down by reminding yourself that worrying rarely changes the outcome, and that you are actually safe in the present moment. I am safe. I remind myself, God didn't bring me this far to drop me on my butt, right? Spirit knows what it's doing, and I lean into it. and it is always guiding me in the most beautiful and mighty way. Now, there's a practice to help you stop the cycle of future tripping, which is to limit the scope. So ask yourself, is there a small step I can take today to support the future I envision? And do that, then let the rest go. There's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. Anchor yourself in the environment by identifying 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And then learn to embrace uncertainty. Acknowledge the future is unwritten. Let go of that worry. And remember that trying to force an outcome often stems from a lack of trust in the process. And so the divine calling is to stop being forceful, stop trying to push the river, but relax, hop in your raft or your inner tube, and flow down the river with ease and grace. That's a great visual, isn't it? All right. We're going to send those practices out. There's another practice to help you stop the cycle of rumination or past tripping. And by the way, the brain loops on the past because it gives us the illusion of control. The brain will loop on the past because it gives us the illusion of control. Replaying a past event, in other words, makes your brain think it can change the outcome. Yeah. Now, our brains may also loop if we haven't fully felt grief, if we haven't fully felt anger or anything else from the specific event. Our brains will loop itself. Amazing, yeah? So the call is to acknowledge the data. I made the best choice I could with the information I had. If you really need to ruminate, this is one of my favorites. Also in landmark education, it was like, if you're going to be on it, be totally on it, right? Just make yourself go, oh, right? And it turns into like really funny. So you can set a 5-minute timer and just ruminate, right? Cry about the past, whatever you need to do for 5 whole minutes. And then physically change your environment and leave that behind. Number 3 is you can distract your thoughts with high-focus tasks like engaging in a puzzle, reading, or exercising, because those things require you to be fully in the moment, paying full attention to what's happening now. And the last is look around. Look around the room. David, look around the room. And ask yourself, what's happening? It's perfect timing. What's happening right here, right now? Sometimes we can get so in our head and we believe the thoughts we think because they're very real. But if you were to just get out of your head, get out of those thoughts, look around the room. What's happening in this room right now? What is happening? Our thoughts can take us for a ride, right? And then you move into whatever practice you choose. So wrapping it up today, thank you for being here. I love you guys. Now you see me, now you don't is a call to be in the present moment, to pull yourself back into this marvelous moment when you notice your thoughts taking you for a ride. That may have happened this morning during this talk. Your thoughts may have taken you for a ride, but come back to the moment, right? Anytime you pull yourself back into the moment, because this is where it's happening. This is where the gold is. This is your $1 million moment, right here, right now. Be here now, right? And practice pasteurizing and be gentle with yourself, my friends. Be gentle with yourself. You're amazing. You're amazing. Now, I want to close with something. Oh, you can come on up, Travis, also. I want to close with something. It's funny to me because my brother sent me this book called The Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Have you guys heard? Kristen, have you heard of that? It's by Bobby Henderson, and it was published in 2006. Now, the quote on the first page was so funny. It said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was "Arr." And that's from Piraticus 13:7. I'm like, what is this book? And instead of saying amen, they say ramen. So Bobby is telling us that the FSM, or Flying Spaghetti Monster, is actually the creator. And the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster is today's growing carbohydrate-based religion that is known as Pastafarianism. Right? Gotta get this book. I was thinking of Gina and Edo. All right, friends. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Let's turn our attention inward and join me in returning to that beautiful, expansive space within. And listening to the beautiful sound of the guitar, which is amazing if you think about it. Plucking the strings, making a sound that is created, and then where does it go? It vanishes. It's a beautiful gift. I'm so grateful in this moment to know and remember with every fiber of my being that spirit is all that there is. It is all that there ever was, and it is all that there ever will be. And I remember right here and right now that I am one with this presence, and that each one of us is one with this presence. This presence has come here to know itself in a particular way through and as me, through and as each one of us. I am a unique and unrepeatable way that Spirit has shown up. And this is true for all of us. Unique and unrepeatable individual expressions of the divine. And guess what? This Spirit wants to live through us. It wants to love through us. It wants to laugh through us. It wants to experience joy and all things human through us. So who are we to deny that? I know and claim for each one of us that any hindrance or blockage we may have had to allowing the divine circuits to pour through and experience and express itself in our lives are dissolved, allowing me and all of us to be unstoppable. It's so beautiful because there's no fear, there's no doubt, there's no worry or concern about the past or the future. There's just this beautiful, marvelous moment that is now. And in this marvelous moment, I am shining, and I know that each and every one of us shines. And as we go forward from here, we are shining our light to all that we come in contact with. Everyone feels this presence of love that lives within us. And it is so good. And so I am knowing for each of us that the experience of the marvelous, beautiful moment is captivating, that we can let go and sunset old dreams, past ideas or projects that aren't who we are today. We can let it go and celebrate it and remember that the letting go, the sunsetting, is beautiful. It's actually a beautiful display. It's like a divine painting. And as I let go of what no longer serves, I make room for what is trying to express in my life. Oh, and it is so good. And I know for each one of us that we feel and experience peace like we haven't felt before. And I can remember our dear friend Frank, who is joyful and free, happy, and in the moment. That's my reference point. And I know it is good, and I know we each experience it. What a gift. This moment now is precious, and I treasure it, and I am grateful. And I thank God for all the good that is continuing to be revealed in my life and in the life of each one of us. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with great gratitude, I release my word, knowing it is so, and so it is. Thanks, Travis.
Well, let me walk to the banks of the river of love, where the current runs deep, baptized in the one, where there's no separation and the light is all you see, honoring all our differences, and love will set us free. Oh, oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past. It's time to requalify. Let's not forget to love and forgive, and God knows we gotta try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Oh, oh, Mother, Father, God. Come on, church. Here's a feeling going on. Mother, Father, God. There's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God. There's a healing going on. I said, oh. One more time. I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock. Reverend Elizabeth, you rock my awakening ways, you rock my soul. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo. Wow, look at that. You've got a standing ovation. Woo! Wow. Thank you. Amazing. Wow. How does it get any better than that, my friends? Well, it's now time for it's now time for our conscious giving. Will our ushers please come forward? Beautiful, beautiful. And we have Jen and BJ in service. Let's give them some love, please. Yes, yes, yes. And if you're tuning in on the love stream, you can make your donation by going to paypal.me/awakeningways. And if you're in the room and you forgot your checkbook or your cash, you can go to the back of your program and scan the QR code, and you can make a donation that way. If this service has inspired you in any way, please consider making a donation. And now we have a giving affirmation, and I invite you to please repeat after me, but take your gift and place it over your heart, or you can place your hand over your heart and repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It does great work in the world.
It does great work in the world.
And returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
So it is. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Let's hear it. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. Come on, Tom. For all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Big finish. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Ah, beautiful. If you would just take another moment and close your eyes if you're comfortable. Ah, I give thanks for the divine love that is represented in this basket here and in all of the gifts of abundance that come to the Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living, because I know that while these gifts of abundance pay for things like buildings and lights and supplies, what they really do is provide transformation. They provide the opportunity for spiritual awakening, healing, and love. And for that, I am so, so, so grateful. I know that these gifts go forth and really do heal and multiply and bless. And so I release this prayer with deep love, and together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. And now our announcements angel for today is Joyful Joni. Let's give her some love. Woohoo!
Good morning. I'm Joyful Joni, and I get to share a cheerful collection of community connections, celebrations, and opportunities for this last day of May. Today and every day at 1 p.m., Craft and Connect Sundays at Brew Coffee House in Atascadero, and all are welcome. Then, Beyond the Book, Connection Circle resumes today at 5 p.m. on Zoom. This is always the right time to join, and whether you come once, occasionally, or often, each gathering offers fresh insights and meaningful conversation. And this is true for all of the circles. Tomorrow, Monday, June 1st, is the Men's Connection Circle at the center from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Our Hearts and Hands team is organizing an ongoing food drive to support one of our littlest congregants, Xander. Xander has been diagnosed with a condition affecting his liver and kidneys, and he's right here in the back row. Hi, Xander. And thankfully, he's responding well to treatment. His mom, Jessica, he's on her lap, hi there, is committed to supporting his healing journey with healthy, nourishing foods. So every Sunday during our gathering, we will be collecting fresh, organic strawberries, blueberries, apples, green and red, seedless grapes, green and red, pineapple, I don't think there's a red pineapple, cucumber, celery, and bananas. Now, if you have not already, please remember to turn in your membership update form to Lori. Ask, Lori, would you wave your hand? Thank you, so everybody knows who she is. Okay, and speak with her if you have any questions. June is the beginning of the annual Pride celebrations, and Awakening Ways will show our support and love by having booths at 3 different events. The first is a Atascadero Pride in the Park, and that's on Sunday, June 14th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then on Saturday, June 27th, Slow Pride in the Park, in the Plaza is being held, and that's the next day at Mission Plaza. To top it all off, I got that confused, I apologize. The 27th is Slow Pride in the Plaza. Then the next day is Trans Pride in the Park, and that's the 28th, and it's in Slow. Volunteers can sign up at the event table and speak with Gina or BJ for more info. To find out more, your love is greatly needed there. Awakening Ways, CSL, and Reverend Elizabeth are featured in the CSL Goodness Campaign in the May issue of Science of Mind magazine. So go pick up your copy today if you don't have one already for $12 at the back table, and check us out. You can also pick up a copy of the book of the month, The Wisdom of Insecurity, by Alan Watts for $16. The next Echo meal will be served on June 24th. Please see Julie, seen us. Julie, want to raise your hand? There she is. For more info and to sign up to help. Now, an email was sent out on May 17th directing winning bidders to find the events they won on our website, and that's for Gourmets for God. Now, if you missed that, you can go to awakeningways.org/G for G. That's Gourmets for God. And click on the big blue box that says, click here for 2026 winners. And then search for your name to find the events you won. Still having difficulties? Please see Reverend Elizabeth to find your wins. Now let's celebrate all of our volunteers and staff for making this service possible by giving them a big shout out. Woo-hoo!
All right, let's circle up for our benediction and call and response. Woo!
Hi, Sander.
Come on in. All right, my friends. Won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always, and all that we ever need do is turn within, and it is here we will find we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is everywhere.
Life is everywhere.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I express it. I accept it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Woo.
Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my heart. And it won't let go. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. All this love inside. All this love inside. We can let it shine. We can let it shine. Whoa, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Big finish. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Yeah! Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.